What's up, you guys, and welcome to the final day of vlog week. I'm not gonna lie, I am happy that it is over, but I am so happy and so proud of myself for completing this. Like, even though it was only 5 days, y'all don't understand. I filmed a video earlier today and edited and uploaded it, and I'm filming another one right now. So I'm doing my big one, and I went to work today, and I've been going to work damn near every other day that I've been filming and editing and uploading. So I'm proud of me. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I am Shelly, your new favorite YouTuber, and if you've already been here, then it is just your favorite YouTuber. This is the final day of vlog week. Earlier today, like I said, I filmed a tutorial. Well, I filmed a video. I filmed a makeup tutorial. So if you haven't seen this tutorial, go check it out. I'm gonna link it for you guys down below. I'm gonna link the whole playlist. So go watch the playlist, catch up on all the videos. I feel like a lot of you guys have got to know me better throughout vlog week. Like, a lot of you guys have felt, I don't know, I feel like vlog week made you guys feel more connected to me, and I love that so much. So many of you guys have been DMing me on Instagram, and it's just such a beautiful thing for me to be able to connect with you guys in that way, where it's like real-time content. Like, a couple of the videos, I filmed them that day, so it was almost like being on live with you guys. It was so cool, and I just really loved it, and I'm looking forward to Vlogmas. But I do think I'm gonna have to tweak my Vlogmas a little bit, because baby, who finna do that? Anyway, again, like I said, welcome back to the channel. Earlier today, I posted on my Instagram and I asked you guys 4 questions. I told y'all to ask me some questions, and this is actually the first time I'm ever doing a video like this. We are gonna do a questions and cocktails. We're gonna chat. Originally, I was gonna answer the questions during my makeup tutorial. I think I asked you guys a little too late because I posted it on my Instagram story and then I sat down to film. By the time I looked back at it, I was already midway through my makeup. So once I looked over the questions, I'm like, there is no way that I can let these questions go to waste. Like, I want to answer them. You guys asked me some really good questions. So before we get into it, because it is a questions and cocktails video, we're gonna make a cute little cocktail. If you don't know, if you're new here, I am a bartender. I bartend at a golf club, and I've been doing that since March. So I'm pretty decent on the cocktails. I just really love bartending in general. I like making mocktails. I really do want to incorporate do like a whole cocktails thing where we chat and stuff and we make a cocktail, and I can teach you guys how to make cocktails, because you guys have been really loving my spiced cider spritz recipe. I was gonna make a mocktail today, but I think I'm just gonna make the spiced cider spritz. So for anyone who hasn't been able to see that vlog where I showed you guys how to make it, we're gonna make that today, and then going forward we'll do some more festive drink recipes. So now this recipe is very, very easy. All it takes is 3 ingredients. All you need is Aperol. Why do I have it backwards? Aperol. So you need like 1 ounce of Aperol. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. It is bitter, so you never want to overdo it. I know it's pretty, but it's bitter. It's not that good, so tread lightly. And then you're gonna do about 3 ounces of spiced apple cider. This one is from my local grocery store. The one that I originally used in the cocktail that I showed you guys was the spiced cider from Trader Joe's, and that one is delicious. This one is pretty good too, so I'm not complaining. And then you just do about 3 ounces of Prosecco. This is our cocktail for the evening, and I kind of want to take a picture of it because it's cute. Actually, let me do a thumbnail. I feel like that is not cute. Stir it up a little bit. It's such a pretty drink though, and you can garnish it with the cinnamon stick, rosemary, you could do cranberries, you can really dress it up. Let's get started. Y'all were not playing with me with these questions. It's so funny because I was like, oh, they really want to know me. You really want to know. So we got questions. We're gonna try to get through as many as we possibly can. So here we go. Let's start at the very bottom. Someone said, biggest lesson of the year so far. That's a good one. I'm actually stumped. What I would say the biggest lesson that I learned this year is that staying true to yourself is really the winning move. Being surrounded by so many people and things and trends and this and that that's telling you that you need to be one way and that you need to look like this and you need to be like this, you need to act like this. When I started to sort of disassociate myself from everything that society and the world and social media has told me to be and do, just coming back to myself, staying true to myself has been a winning move for me. I feel like I am evolving so much as a woman, as a mother, as an individual. I'm happier than ever, you know, just doing what it is that I feel like I need to do for me and not to please or appease anyone else. Staying true to yourself and really staying true to who you are, working on yourself, that's the winner's move. That's the best thing you could ever do for yourself. It may seem like that's not gonna get you far at first, but I'm really learning the things that I don't like, the things that I do like, and I'm realizing that a lot of the things that I thought I liked, I didn't really like them. I just was doing what I felt like I had to do to sort of be who everyone felt like I should be. Finally, I'm getting to a place where I'm genuinely happy because I am genuinely being 100% me, unapologetically, not worried about what anyone else says, thinks, or whatever. So that's the biggest lesson that I learned this year. Someone said, how do you juggle your daughter's extracurricular activities and make time for you? It's so hard. It is so hard. She's such a busy kid. Like, she wants to be a part of everything. And I'm so proud of her. And this kid is so fearless. She wants to do everything. I've told her since the beginning of time, you are capable of doing everything. There's nothing you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot achieve. So if you want to go and be the world's best tumbler, you want to be the best coach, you want to be the best gymnast, I don't know, whatever it is you want to be in this life, in this world, baby girl, there are no limitations on what you can do and achieve. And so she takes that, let me tell you, she takes that to a whole nother level. Every day, I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are booked up with stuff for her. It's like, how could I be mad at that when I pretty much, you know, told her this is what you can do? You know what I'm saying? So it is hard for me as a mom because I have to work my schedule around her life and make sure that I'm able to be present for if there are games, if she has to be picked up or dropped off or whatever. So it is tougher for me. But on those days when, like the weekends, she usually will go to her dad's house. Now that she's older, she wants to be home a lot of the time. She wants to spend a lot of time with me. We are very, very, very close. We spend a lot of time together. It just is what it is. I wouldn't change it for anything, honestly. I do get my time by myself, and when I'm like, today she's not here. My dad actually came out here and they went to my brother's house. So she left with my dad and now I'm home alone and I'm gonna take a bath tonight. Let me see, what is the question? How do you juggle your daughters? Oh, okay. How do I juggle it? I can't say that I found a good balance because I'm blessed enough we have like her friends' moms who will help out and, you know, do stuff. If there's ever a day when I want to do something, like we work out an arrangement to be able to have her picked up, or I'll talk to her dad helps. So it's easier because her dad is an active father, so I don't have to, like, if I ever need him to help with anything, like without a question, he helps out or whatever. But I will say sometimes it does get overwhelming. By Thursday, I'm like tapped out, you know? We go through like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By Thursday, I'm like, okay, babe, come Friday, I gotta drop you off. Okay, what do you do to boost self-esteem and what would you advise to those who struggle with it? To boost my self-esteem, I do my hair. When my hair is not right, for some reason, my whole mood is off. Everything is off with me. I don't mind if I don't have on makeup, if I don't have on lashes. That's never my thing. But if my hair is not done, my hair has to be together in some way, shape, or form. I can't have my hair all over my head. That is something that I just know. Whenever I feel self-conscious, I do my hair. I know that's like a weird random, but yeah, my hair. But what I would advise to those who struggle with self-esteem issues, it is so true, when you look good, you feel good. That is the advice that I would give to anyone. When you look good, you feel good every single day. When I was feeling low, I was like, okay, every day I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna pull myself together. I'm gonna put some clothes on, because nothing makes you feel like a baddie like putting clothes on, doing your hair, and if you want to, do your makeup. Throw some sunglasses on, put on a cute outfit, your hair done. You cannot tell me that you're not feeling like that girl when you do that. Every day, get up, challenge yourself. Every day, get up, put your clothes on, do your hair. I don't care if you work from home. Every day, get up, put some clothes on, something that makes you feel confident. It doesn't matter if it's a jogging suit, whatever. If you're gonna wear a jogging suit, throw some sunglasses on, put on a cute jacket on top, or whatever the case is. I don't know where you guys live, but pull yourself together, I promise you. Do it for 30 days. After that, you're gonna feel like that girl. Nobody's gonna be able to touch you. No one will be able to approach you unless they're coming with, let me shut up. Pull your stuff together every single day. What's your tips on managing money? I don't know why y'all think that I'm really good with money. Actually, I am really good with money. My mom actually always talks about that, how I'm really good with money. I go through random spurts of like having good money management skills and then not having good money management skills. But the thing is, I am very conscious of, this is how I look at it. There was a point in my life when I didn't have any money. I'm talking like not a single cent. There was a time in my life when I was homeless. There was a time in my life when I was broke. I didn't have anything. So now I'm just very conscious of my spending. And it's so funny because I'm actually trying to help Malaya with like a cute little savings plan or budgeting plan, because child, Malaya thinks money grows on trees. She will get her allowance and she'll spend her allowance in a day. Like, because I know my allowance is coming again in a week. No, what we're not gonna do, I told her, I said, you're practically living paycheck to paycheck. My tips on managing money is to pay yourself. I always talk about this, like I pay myself every time I get paid. You guys know I'm a bartender. I did this thing where I saved all of my tips for a month. If every single pay period you pay yourself, it doesn't matter if it's $25, $250, $2,500, whatever, pay yourself every single time you get money. Whatever is the easiest way for you to pay yourself, like me, it's cash. Cause I don't know, for some reason, I am not big on spending cash, but I will swipe the hell out of my credit card. Whenever you get paid, pay yourself. Don't buy anything that you don't need. And if it's something that you feel like, oh, I kind of want this or whatever, I challenge you to wait 24 hours before you purchase that cart, before you make any large purchase that could potentially put you in the hole. Wait 24 hours. Think about it, sleep on it. If the 24 hours goes by and you still a little iffy, wait 24 more. I promise you, some of the things that I'm like, do I need this? Like, should I get this? It's like, if I'm on the fence about it, I sleep on it. And then sometimes I wake up the next day and I'm like, see, I ain't even need that, you know? So pay yourself. Don't make purchases that don't make sense. And I'm not saying that you can't buy yourself nice things. Like, I'm really big on treating myself. So don't take this the wrong way. Like, treat yourself for sure. If you work hard, you deserve a treat. Treat yourself as long as it makes sense. Don't put yourself in the hole for nothing and no one, because it's just not worth it. I promise you, you will regret it later, but you will never be upset with yourself in 6 months for paying yourself every single month or week or every 2 weeks. You won't be upset with yourself. You're gonna be like, damn, I really did this. So challenge yourself. Get on the plan of paying yourself. And also every single month, write down how much money you want to make that month. I don't care if it sounds crazy. I don't care if it sounds delusional. If you're like, I'm not gonna be able to do this, but I'm just gonna write it anyway. No, write it down, believe it, and don't tell nobody that you wrote that down. Don't tell anyone that you were like, oh, I wrote down that I'm gonna make $5,000 this month or additional $5,000 this month. Don't tell anyone. Keep it between you and God. Now, I'm not gonna tell y'all again. Keep it between you and God. Don't tell nobody. Don't call your mom up and say, no, don't do that. Just keep it between you and God. And when it happens, you give him the glory. Besides religion, what are the other things that helped you get through dark times? It's crazy because I don't even know anything other than religion to turn to when I feel like I'm in dark times. I turn to God for everything. I told y'all just in a previous vlog that if I lose something, I turn to God, you know? So I don't know, I just keep him first. But another thing that did help me is therapy. Therapy helped me a lot. Just being able to talk to someone that I don't feel judged by. I don't feel ashamed of anything that I say to my therapist. I'm very honest, I'm very open. Therapy just helps a lot. I would say God is number one in therapy. How did you decide you were gonna break cycles and build such a strong bond with Leia? I think we all can agree, you know, like our moms weren't perfect, our parents weren't perfect. And I know that I'm not perfect. I know that there are things that Leia would complain about with me. I try my hardest and I do my best, and I feel like my mom did the best that she knew how. I just wanted to be the type of mom that I felt like I needed growing up. What advice would you give someone who wants to start a YouTube channel? I always tell y'all to just do it. You gotta just do it. Just start. Don't think too much into it. I promise you, whenever I'm getting ready to upload a video, I'm like, this video isn't that great, or whatever the case is, but then I just post. Somebody is going to enjoy it. Even if I'm doubtful, even if I feel like I probably should take these parts out, someone is gonna enjoy it. Someone's going to enjoy the fact that I can be silly sometimes, I can be serious sometimes, I'm vulnerable sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I don't wanna share. Someone's going to appreciate who you are. Your people will find you. Don't think too much into it, just post your content. How did you get out of your head when first starting YouTube? When I first started YouTube, my ex-boyfriend actually, I told him that I wanted to start a YouTube channel and he bought me a camera. I was just like, okay, he bought this camera, like now I gotta start filming. Cause he gonna be like, I bought you this camera, where the videos at? So I just was so nervous. I was so shy. I used to be very camera shy. It was more so like him buying me the camera, and he bought me a vanity and everything because I was like, oh, I want to do makeup tutorials and whatever. And so he bought me the whole setup, and I'm like, okay, now I really got to do it, because I was just like, I can't not do it after he bought me all the stuff. So yeah, that's kind of how I got out of my head with that. Best lessons you learned in your 20s or this far in life? That's a very good question. The best lesson that I feel like I learned in my 20s, you know, one of the things that, I'm always getting off topic, but one of the things with my 20s, I learned so much. During my 20s, I made so many mistakes. I was such a party girl. I went out every weekend, even sometimes during the week. I lived my life. Probably didn't make the best decisions, but I lived my life. I really did. My 20s were very ghetto. I was a serial dater. I dated everyone. I was not like hook up date, but like I was going on dates all the time. I just had so much fun in my 20s. My 30s is when I came to the realization that I needed to get my shit together for real, but my 20s, I lived. I should have been vlogging in my 20s, because my 20s I lived. I did. But the best lessons that I learned a lot of relationship lessons. One thing that I'm working on and that I am learning too is that I can be forgiving, but it doesn't mean that I have to be like, I can forgive people, but I don't have to allow them back into my space. I'm so forgiving, and I think for me it's such a gift and a curse. I feel like I upset people sometimes, like the people close to me who love me, because I'm so forgiving. There have been things that have been done to me that the average person would be like, no, I'm never speaking to this person again. But me, I just always have to try to find the little bit of good, and I feel like that's sometimes for me it's a curse. It is something that I'm still working on. Sometimes I feel bad that I'm like that, but then other times I don't feel bad, because I feel like you're supposed to be forgiving, and it doesn't mean that you're supposed to allow people back into your space. I understand that forgiveness doesn't mean that you need to like let people still have access to you. I forgot the question. Oh, the best lessons you learned. I think I answered it. I'm sorry if I didn't. How long did it take you to get monetized on YouTube? Once I started to be consistent, it took like a few months, I think. I'm not sure. I remember getting monetized around the time of COVID and like quarantine. And then it was like go time. Like after that, I was like, oh, I'm taking this serious. They gonna start paying me. So yeah, I think like once I started to be consistent, it took like a few months for me to get monetized. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but she asked me a bunch of questions, and there's some really good ones in here. So let me see. So I think other people asked very similar questions, but she said, what is your least favorite thing about being a content creator? Okay, my least favorite thing about being a content creator is, I'm not gonna hold you. There are things I don't like, but let me see, my least favorite thing. You know what? My least favorite thing about being a content creator is putting so much effort into your content and then it not do well. That sometimes can be very disappointing. That may be my least favorite thing about being a content creator, is like you put so much effort into something and it's like nobody sees it. Like, what's happening? No, but yeah, that might be my least favorite thing. I was thinking like maybe like weird comments, but That's honestly not my least favorite thing. Like, I could care less. I'm like very unbothered when it comes to like the opinions of people who don't know me. If you're coming with some negativity, it's like, okay. Like, I might see it and have like an ounce of irritation, but then I'm like past it. So yeah. What was your biggest purchase as a content creator? I don't know if this is like asking things that I've bought to help with my content creating or just things that I've purchased since I've been content creating. I'm gonna assume something that I had to purchase as a content creator. I would say my laptop. My laptop was so expensive. It was like over $3,000. And I know like some people would be like, oh, that's not super expensive, whatever. But no, yes, it was. That was a lot. I would say my laptop. It was expensive. It was more than my camera. That's expensive. Do you feel like having a manager as a content creator is necessary, and why? Very, 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 very good question. Let me take a sip. Having a manager as a content creator, there are pros and cons for sure. Do I think it's necessary? Yes and no. Your manager, your team, they have connections that you may not have just as a content creator. Like, there are connections that your manager may have that you don't have, and they can get you in doors that you may not be able to get to or get into on your own wherever you are in your journey. So say for instance, like if you're trying to connect with a large brand, your manager sometimes will have those connections to be able to get you, you know, in cahoots with that brand. So that's a pro. You know, those are the pros. Your manager helps you to like figure out like what content works best for you and your channels, you know, what's working best for you or what platforms you should be posting on, you know, how to maximize your content, stuff like that. Your manager helps with things like that are kind of happening behind the scenes. Why I feel like there are cons to having a manager is sometimes, like, I don't want to say too much, but I feel like sometimes it can be just, it's just difficult as a content creator in general. You may not feel like you're getting the opportunities that you see like your peers are getting, and so that can be challenging. And when you have a manager, it's like your manager does the outreach and stuff for you, and you can do all those things on your own. Like, there are cons to having a manager because you do have to pay your manager, but you pay them for their work. You pay them for handling your contracts, doing your outreach, you know, just everything in between. Like, having a manager is definitely beneficial, but I feel like there are a lot of things that you can also do on your own. Eventually, I do think that it makes sense to get a manager. If you really want to get into, if you really want to take this far, like if you're just doing content creator for fun, then, or doing content creation for fun, then maybe not. But if you really want to go far with it, I definitely think getting a good manager will get you into places that you probably wouldn't be able to get to on your own. If you were not doing YouTube, what would you be doing? If I wasn't doing YouTube, what would I be doing? That's a good question. I always wanted to start a business. I actually have a business that is sort of inactive right now, but being a business owner, that's still actually a huge part of my plan. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But owning my own business for sure. Doing YouTube isn't stopping me from running my business, which I really need to buckle down and get it together. What's an accomplishment of yours you feel you don't appreciate enough, and why? Y'all see? Good questions were asked today. An accomplishment of mine that I feel like I don't appreciate enough: bringing my daughter up somewhere where she's safe to walk, we're safe to go somewhere at night. It's not that I don't appreciate it enough, I think I just don't think about it enough. But being able to take care of myself, my daughter, where we live, and our security is so major, and I think that's something that I really just don't think about enough. But it is something that I do need to be more appreciative of, because I know that that's not the case for a lot of people. Yeah, I really do appreciate that. How do you keep from being demotivated and unproductive when struggling with multiple things? I'm not gonna hold y'all, I give myself rest days. If I feel like, you know what, I'm burned out, I can't do this, I'm tired, I give myself a day to rest. I'm really big on rest days. Whenever I'm feeling demotivated or whatever, I disconnect completely. If you guys notice, if I'm not posting on Instagram or you haven't seen an upload from me or whatever the case is, that means that I'm probably going through a little slump. and I just need a couple of days to pull it back together, and then I come back, my creative juices start flowing, and then it's like, okay, we back, this is what we're doing. I give myself rest days. I love going on bike rides. I told you guys recently that I got a bike from my uncle, and I've been going on bike rides, and it's been such a game changer for me and my mental health. So how do you handle feeling behind in life, struggling with starting over? I don't feel behind in life, but if I did, you know, feel behind, or if I was struggling with starting over, you have to understand that everything that happens, it happens for you and not to you. Once you understand that, I think everything changes. Your mindset shifts. See, that's something that like altered my mindset, realizing, okay, this is happening for me. Like, God, what is this trying to teach me? I'm really big on that. Whenever I'm having a hard day, I'm like, God, what are you trying to show me? What are you trying to teach me? Because today is tough, or today was tough, you know? I don't feel behind. I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, because I remember where I was. So if you would have seen where I was, then you would understand why I'm so appreciative and I'm so grateful, and I wake up with gratitude in my heart, because I mean, I really didn't have it, and I didn't grow up having everything, you know? I'm still working towards trying to be where it is that I feel like I see myself, where my higher self is operating. I'm still working towards that. The main reason why I'm so really big on vlogging and stuff is because I really want you guys to use me as an example, you know, why you can do it too. Whatever it is that you feel like you want in life or want out of this life, you can achieve it. And I want you guys to see it. Like, I'm not here to flaunt anything or throw anything in anyone's face. I'm here to show you that it is possible for you to get it too. Never feel like you're behind in life. You're not behind. The fact that you're here, the fact that you have what you have is a blessing. So never feel like you're behind in life, and don't be afraid of starting over. One thing about me is I'm never afraid to start over. I'm not afraid to start over in a relationship. I'm not afraid to start over where I live, in a new state, a new city, a new town, whatever. I'm not afraid to start over. I actually look forward and welcome change, because I know that change has to happen in order for us to continue to evolve. So I'm not afraid of starting over. Don't be afraid of starting over. If you're someone who is, release that, let go of that. Welcome change. Don't be afraid of starting over. Tips on how to make friends in late 20s and early 30s. Let me just say, hold on, I'm gonna drink. I think getting outside of like your shell, and when you go places, and don't be afraid to go places alone, because you will meet people. They will approach you. Release that timidness, release that energy of like, don't approach me. Like, get rid of that, because that was something that I had on me as well. And I would always be like, oh, no one approaches me. Like, people don't approach me. They don't talk to me. But it's because I wasn't approachable. Once I started to become confident, confidence is everything. Becoming more confident in yourself, you glow different. You really do. And just be kind. Kindness goes such a long way. It's very hard to make friends in your 20s or late 20s, especially in your 30s, because I feel like people are more set in their way, but you're gonna constantly evolve. Understand that you may no longer relate to or have much in common with your friends that you were friends with for 20 years. You may get to a point where you're just like, I'm not into those things anymore, and that's okay. In order for you to meet the people that you want to become friends with, you got to go to those places that you enjoy going to, so that you can meet people who are like you, you know? Like me with coffee shops. I love coffee. I love coffee shops. It's one of my favorite places to go, is the coffee shop. And I always run into so many different people at the coffee shop, and I have conversations with them. We exchange numbers. It's a whole thing, but that's, you know, that's like one of the ways to do it. Wow, my camera's gonna die. Okay, hold on. Let me try to get through some more questions, because I've already been talking for an hour. So yeah, to answer that question, to make friends in your late 20s and early 30s, go to the places that you enjoy going to. Try going by yourself and just talk to people. It doesn't matter. Just random people. If you feel like, oh, she looks nice, or she seems sweet, or he seems nice, go up to them and start talking to them. I'm telling you, you gotta step outside of your box and be more confident. How do you get over a breakup? Getting over a breakup, let me be honest with you, you have to give yourself time. I feel like a lot of people love to, in order to get over a breakup, they love to get under someone else or be with someone else. But like, why are you gonna bring the next person that burden? You know, like your heartbreak and all that, you expecting someone else to help you through that heartbreak. You need to love yourself and be happy with yourself first before you go and be in a relationship with someone else. I think it's so unfair to do to someone, like when you still have work to do and you still are mourning the loss of a relationship and then you enter a new one. I can't stand hearing someone say, oh, I have trust issues. It's like, well, work through those issues before you get in a relationship with someone else. It's so selfish, and I really need people to stop doing that. But to get over a breakup, focus on yourself, get your mind right, get your body right, do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do to make yourself feel good, and that breakup will be old news. Tips on being more feminine. I get this comment so much. You know what, I'm gonna make a whole, because I got this comment so many times, I'm gonna make a whole separate video. My camera died, of course. I think we were on the feminine one. The tips on being feminine. I wanna make a whole separate video on this because I feel like so many of you guys have asked me about this. I just get this comment a lot. So many people are always like, oh my God, you're so feminine. And honestly, I've always been. There are things that I do to make it more noticeable to other people. So I'm saying this like it's like this top secret. No, it's really not. But I feel like I should do a whole separate video on that. So stay tuned for that. Do you want more kids? So I am 33 and I know that the clock, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Yes, I do. I do want more kids. I would love to have at least one more. I would just one more and then I could be done. I have to be married. I have to have a nanny. Those are my two stipulations to have another kid. And I feel like it's gonna happen. So wait on it, y'all. I feel like it's gonna happen. How to break up with toxic friends. I'm probably not the best person to answer this because like I said earlier, I'm just very forgiving. But one thing that I do, like when I notice a bit of toxicity, I distance myself. I'm not mean about it. I just am someone who will be unresponsive. I would rather not say anything at all than to be like, you toxic as hell and I can't deal, I don't want you in my life, you know, type thing. Like I would rather just slowly but surely let them out of my life. But if it's something that happens where it's warranted and you need to cut them off, then I don't mind going ghost. I don't want to always have to tell people what they did wrong. I understand that communication is major, it's key, you know, but if someone does something and it's like you feel like you need to cut them off, you want to give people grace because sometimes they just don't know. But you also want to be, people know when they do something shady or they know when they do something wrong to you. You don't have to tell them. So if I gotta constantly remind you and constantly tell you like, okay, like this was actually messed up, you're gonna get cut off. I'm not having that conversation. That's one thing I hate doing, is repeating myself in situations like that. So yeah, it's either you ghost them or you just slowly but surely let them out of your life, and it's no harm, no foul, but it just is what it is. How to go from, wait, same person. Some of y'all are sending multiple questions. Like, I love this so much. But how to go from bold and blunt to soft and submissive. You know what? Okay, so here's my tip on that. It's not necessarily being soft and submissive. It's more so knowing when to speak and when to just be quiet. I feel like a lot of people will feel like they have to say something. I know when to stay quiet and cute. I know when to, you know, speak my piece. Sometimes your response is not required, and just know when to be quiet. There are a lot of women that I see and I'm like, why is she doing all that? It's not necessary. Like, just sit back and be quiet. Maintain that mystery. I'll say people in general don't know how to maintain that mystery. I don't like a man who is super talkative and chatty. Like, sir, shut up. Why are you talking so much? Like, there's nothing mysterious about you because you're so chatty. You just want to be seen. What is wrong with you? I don't know. I just, yeah. Someone said, are you happy? This is such a cute question. I think I'm gonna end it with this one. Are you happy? I am happy. Over the years, I have had happy moments, but I didn't feel happy internally. I always felt like I needed a distraction. You know, like I would do things because I needed a distraction from whatever was going on in my life, in my mind. I've always struggled with like mental health. I feel like now I've reached a point where I finally feel like I wake up multiple days in a row, multiple weeks, multiple months, and I actually still feel happy. I feel excited about life. I feel, you know, excited about what's to come. I just feel grateful. And even when I have moments of doubt, I still feel happy. I feel like I have purpose, you know? So to answer the question, am I happy? The answer is yes. The honest answer is yes. And you know what? I would drink to that. Anyway, this video is already way too long, so I'm gonna end it here. I want to thank you guys so much if you made it all the way to the end. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in this vlog. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you catch up on all of vlog week, because we got 5 videos now. Wait, why am I holding up 10? 5 videos now that are out, that came out back to back, and I'm so excited. So thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. If you watched every single video, I love you so much. I actually want to do a cute little giveaway because I am so thankful and so grateful for all of you for just supporting me. So if you watched every video and you commented on every video, because I am gonna check, because y'all know YouTube got that feature where we can go and check every video that was commented on. But if you commented on every video and you watched every single video, I want to do like a little pop quiz. I'm gonna do it over on my Instagram account. I'm gonna do like a little pop quiz of all the vlogs. It'll be things from every single video, and I want to do a giveaway of $100 because it's just my way of saying thank you so much for all of your love and support. I'm just so grateful and I'm so thankful for all of you and for all of your love that you guys show me on a regular. So anyway, let me go ahead and end it. I'm starting to feel a little buzzed and I need to go and clean up my mess. So have a good night. Do not forget to say your prayers. And until next time, you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that